Today I will be making Rosie, and I'll address the thing here. So, Rosie, the Trackmaster model does exist. You got the pink one, and the Play Rails red one, which younger me did ruin, and I want to fix this up eventually. But this is adding to my alternate universe or AU designs. Like, the liveries are going to be a bit different, so pretty much like modifications, not full-on changes for most of them at least. And for this one, it's kind of simple, but at the same time, I did make some concept art for it with like a editing thing. And I'll pop that on the screen real quick. So, it is basically a different brand, like different scale, different type of model, but overall, I think it should look pretty good on the Trackmaster form, and I'll be trying to achieve that. So, what I'm going to do first, I will start cutting it and, I'll start taking it apart first, my bad. Alright, so here it is all taken apart, and the stickers are off, and honestly, with this Rosie, it's surprisingly easy to take them off. And actually, the thing is, I think this might be an off-brand, because I ordered this off eBay, and it was in box, and plus this wiring thing seems weird, so I don't know, I think it is, but I'm never sure, because I know that there's either like a kind of, not rip-off, but off-brand Splatter and Dodge, or one of them. So, maybe. Who knows? And also, one thing I did, I sanded this down to get the mold line. I still got to kind of do that. And, let's see, you got the roof. And I sanded it a bit. And now I'm gonna start, taking it apart, or, cutting it down. And actually, like the concept art for the livery, I kind of showed something about how I'm gonna, do it, or do, the cutting and shaping. So, I'll put that up on screen. So, that's a bit different, but I don't know, I thought I might as well. Plus, I have made multiple dock tanks in the past, so I guess I don't need that, but I thought I might try it. So, I'll start, cutting it down. Alright, so we did all the cutting, and first off, you can, or if you look at the front, you can see did a lot of sanding to get rid of the mold lines. And on the side, I cut this part off because I don't know, it's looks a bit more like a dock tank that way because they didn't really have anything underneath. That's just like a TV series thing I think they did with the Rosie model. And here you got this, which they kind of have that, but I shortened it to make it kind of less noticeable, but still there. Back, really nothing, just some sanding. Same stuff on this side. Got rid of the whistle, and also cut into here. Some on the other side. So, that's really it for the cutting. And now I'm going to start with the shaping, which one thing will be, I'm going to add a running board thing here. Not sure if that's what it's called. A little plate on the front, which I'll describe it later if I can. And what else? So, I'm going to add another whistle. And I think that's really it. So, I'll do that now. So, the shaping is all done. And I'll go over it. First of all, you got a hole drilled in the cab now. The reasoning for that is I want to add a bell. Because although not all the dock tanks had them, there is some pictures of ones with them, and I really think that might look cool, and it would be in this positioning. So I'll save that for later. And also you got the whistle on. Not too much, literally just a Q-tip stick. And you got a lamp, which is a Lego piece. Actually, my other dock tank, it was a lot more of a thick lamp, but I think this one is a bit better, just in scaling and such. And you got this little, running board thing. And these are actually pretty hard to make. I've done it, 3 times now, counting this, but still. It's always just a pain with, the cutting and gluing. Yeah. And also you got the little plate on the front, and some of them, a few of them have this, and I really do like it. I think it looks kind of cool. And so, now I will be painting it in a red, but not like the normal Rosie red. The livery is going to be different, as you see, and I'll be using this paint, which is, what's it called? Cardinal red. So, I'll start painting it. I have done the red paint, and I wasn't too sure if this red would work in the end, but it really has. And you may notice there's, parts I'm painting on the cab. Those parts, I'm going to be painting something else. So you also got the pistons. Yeah, and that's really it for the red. So now I'm going to start with the black paint. So you get the smoke box, all this, all around the chassis except for the pistons, the roof, and I'm also going to be painting the kind of where basically these aren't painted, I'd be painting those spots. So, I'll start now. And with that done, you got the black paint on it now. So, first thing off, you got the top of the side tanks, and I really do think this makes it look a lot better. Seriously, just... Well, no, it's not a small detail, I was about to say that, but it's pretty... I don't know, it makes it look nice, that's what I'm saying. You also have the front painted, you got the roof, the back, and it's up to here, because I'm going to be keeping this part red, but, like, up to here, it'll be part of the lining, in a way. You got the door, the window a little bit, same stuff on the other side. You got the chassis and the smoke box, although it's not too noticeable, and the wheels. And quick thing, you may see on like the pistons and the side tanks, it's a bit sloppy. But the thing is, I will be fixing that, but what I'm going to be doing now is the white lining. So while I do that, I'll be fixing it up, painting over. And also one other thing, I'm going to be painting the front of this red. I was going to do that, but if I just did it at the beginning, it would have been messed up by the black paint. So, I'll start with the lining right now. So, you have the lines all done, and this was a pain, because you may have heard me mention, white paint pens, like, they're the worst to handle for the brand I use, and I'm happy to get it done. So, you got the pistons, I think those look pretty nice, and the main part, the shell, and you got the ring at the front. I was going to do one at the back, but because it was on the corner, that was very hard to do. So you got this, and I did the thing on the back as well. Also painted this black. Other side. This may be drying a bit, so I gotta be careful. I really do like this, though. Although it's not exactly what I thought it would look like, it's definitely better. Or not better, but it's really good still. I like it. And I also painted the front and the little, I don't know what these are called. Like steam... I got the name wrong. The pipes to the pistons, I'll just call them that. I got those painted red, and I think it looks pretty good. And so now what I can do, I'm going to start with the final details, which for that it'll be, one, I got to paint the part of the, bell gold, as well as I printed some details. And I didn't print much, but what I printed were here if I can get it on, nameplates and numbers for the buffer beam. And also I got to paint the buffer beam red, like a different red. And the nameplates, I'm going to be doing them a bit different, and I'll describe how I did it when I do. So, let's start with the final detailing. So, all the details are done, and I'll start with this first. So first, you got the buffer beam, different color to like the rest of the red, and you got the number 13. And the thing is, I'm giving this a different number because this basically is going into like my alternate universe, you could say. And although most of it's going to be similar, I'm also going to do a few things different, such as the numbering for some engines. Not all of them, but like, let's say up to the number 13 Rosie, like up to that and through, that's where I kind of changed it a bit, I think. And one thing I like, so I'll move to the nameplates now. If you look, they're 3D. What I did, I got some cardboard and I stuck it underneath, kind of making it, well, not just a slab of paper, adds a lot, so I think that's really nice. And you got the lamp golden, adds a lot, and you got the silver buffers as well. Now this is where I did the most work. So one, you got these two dots like representing, I think, a safety valve. You got the whistle painted, and a little builder's plate kind of looking thing. Both sides. The windows are golden, unlike the concept art I did. I thought gold might look nice. But the thing is, it was tough for the front and back windows. They look decent. They took a few attempts. But the back one, this one I got right on the first attempt. This one I got right on the, I think, third attempt. And the thing is, it looks really nice. Same for this one. But they're kind of rough. And, you won't be seeing the back of the engine much, so kind of sucks. And on here, you got the number, or lettering, NWR, and 13. And so I printed them out, yeah, and it might look a bit weird, but I'm not going to write this in gold. That's way too hard to do. But I think I like it. I did a different font, and I'll just put it on the screen. So, I like it. It's a nice font, and I might change the rest of my engines. If you've seen them, I'm not sure if I made the video on them or not. I might change the font. I'm not too sure yet. I'm probably just going to keep it the same. But I don't know, for Rosie, I feel like this fits a lot. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start weathering it with, weathering powder. But I'm not going to go as crazy with it with this, or as that. I'm just going to kind of lightly weather it. So, I'll do that now. So, did the weathering, and, well, first off, I'll go on the light bit, right here. You may not see it, but it's kind of inconsistent, or darker, you could say, in the center. Thought it might just look nice. I tried doing it on the sides, although it's not too noticeable. And I did it on the lamp as well, but I think the gold just, like, didn't let it get on there. But the part where it's really noticeable on the top. I left the sides undone, but I thought like around the boiler would look kind of cool. So, and on the tanks a bit, it's not very noticeable because black on black, but it's a lot noticeable, or more noticeable to the eyes, like when you're seeing it directly. But I really do like this. I think it adds a lot. And now what I can do, I'm going to start with the matte clear coat. And with that, everything has their clear coat on. Clear coat, my bad. And I know it's not too noticeable, but it really does make it look nice. Like the black, it kind of makes it kind of a mix between like gloss and matte. Like you can tell it's gloss, but it just has a weird like feel to it, I guess you could say. And I seriously really do like this. It came out very well. You got this, the wheels. You know, like one thing you can notice, they're a bit darker, or not darker, like lighter, more of a almost kind of gray tint. This, we got the smoke box. And seriously, I think I'm gonna start doing nameplates like this. It looks really good. And really now, just have to put it back together. And with all that done, Rosie is all done. Or, well, as you see by the nameplates, I'm calling this one Rose. Just, I think it might fit a bit more, or at least something I wanted to do. And I really like this. So, you also got the bell on. I painted that gold, and I think it adds a little something, like a little, maybe height is the way of saying it. And you got a face, and I would do a TV series face, but I think the CGI one does look quite better in this case. And really, I do like this nameplate style. Like if you kind of look at it head on, you can kind of see them poking out, which that's kind of cool. So, little 360, and well, this is my final project for, well, kind of S160s, or not S160s, S100s. And just, I like this one. I wish Rosie's were easier to get, because I'd definitely make more of these. Although, what, I have like 4 of these so far. It's just, there's like so many liveries I want to try, basically. But I'm happy with this one. So, this is my custom AU, or alternate universe, my take on Rosie. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.